And the reason being, Tottenham in the league had 22 defeats, 5 draws. You didn't even get 40 points with the squad that you have. Let's be 100% honest.
Frank lost one less game in the Premier League, but he's stabilizing what?
1 second. Let's be 100% honest. You should not be sitting in 17th in the league, even with the injuries you had. You didn't have the most injuries in the league.
Says who?
You didn't have the worst team in the league. For you guys to be that low down the table, there was a tactical issue. And you know something?
Birkinshaw got us at 18th as well.
You got it right in the cup final.
He's a legend of the club.
You got it right in the Europa League. Fair play. But in the league, he was arguably one of your worst managers in your club's history. Based off this season's performances.
Well, you know what that says? How shitty this club has been ran for 143 years. If a guy in 2 years can come in here, be the shittiest and the fourth most successful.
You can pick up the manager for everything he's done by winning you the Europa League and everything. You can take emotions aside and then realize the club was an absolute shambles last year.
No. I'm not going to put emotions aside. I'm not going to do this hypotheticals where I put the trophy to the side either, because that's not a reality we live in. That's delusional.
Remember,
the Europa League.
I know. I'm having to listen to this shit.
1 second. Understand, the Europa League gave you a backdoor entry into the Champions League. Now that you're in the Champions League, you have to evaluate what is.
Let's go get a guy who's never fucking been there. Love that.
All right. I understand that, but in the same breath, you're not going to keep the guy who's shown he cannot sustain a successful period throughout the season. He's also never shown that the team can compete against some of the top teams in the league. Majority of the top teams, only Man City, have you shown that you can go up against sometimes because you have some sort of complex with them. But I personally think, as a club, it's the right thing to let Ange leave on a high and also bring in somebody else to try to change the direction of the club, because the way you guys were performing in the league was not sustainable. And what you guys did in the
anyone on the panel that's actually won European honors want to tell me what they think?
What you guys did in the Europa League cannot be.
You're just saying the same tired shit Tottenham fans say, and I don't want to hear it. I'm so honest.
But this is the
I'll be so honest. You're just saying the same boring bullshit, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. Take your Tommy Tuchel trash can bullshit out the fucking window.
You don't want to hear it.
I respect Tuchel, bro.
1 second. If you don't want to hear it, facts don't like. 1 second. Facts don't have time for your feelings, bro. They don't. Jacob, get out of here.
Yeah, facts are Thomas Frank's a fucking loser compared to Ange. Talk to me about facts. No, talk to me about facts. No, I love that. Talk to me about facts. Talk to me about facts. Are you going to talk to me about facts? You're going to tell me I'm crying. You're going to talk to me about facts? You're going to tell me I'm crying. You're going to talk to me about facts? You're going to tell me I'm crying.
Let him say what the facts are. Go ahead, Egal. Let him.
Bro, he's not saying any facts. He's like, I think it's a good idea. That's your thought. That's your fucking opinion. It's not a fucking fact. Fuck off.
He had you as one of the worst defenses in the league. He had you have the most defeats in your club's history in a long time. Like, I don't know when Tottenham ever had 22 defeats in their history. You didn't get 40
I've never been breathing and we've lifted a European trophy, so we did that. So how about that?
You have a better squad than Wolves. You have a better squad than West Ham. You have a better squad than Everton, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Brentford, all these teams. You cannot sit there and justify your team being 17th.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree. Those are your opinions, so don't pass those off as fact. You're doing that same bullshit that's so tired of fucking YouTube. Oh, here's the facts, and then you list, here's 1 opinion, 2 opinion, 3 opinion, 4. Fuck your opinions out the motherfucking door.
Okay, I know you don't give a shit, but it's not my situation.
Your opinions. Your opinions. I don't want to hear it. You said fact over feelings, and you're talking about your feelings, bro. Save it for your journal.
Thoughts. You right here are being emotional. You're a wreck. You need to realize what your club.
I'm also a champion, so it's like crying on your birthday. I'm allowed.
You realize Ange Postecoglou staying or leaving, the best thing for Ange and the club was to cut ties.
Fine, but don't digress into Thomas Frank. Step forward.
You get to keep your positive memories of winning the cup. But the reality is, he was not getting you any further in the Champions League with his performances that he's shown over the.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's a prediction. Don't pass that off as fact. You fucking.
Not getting you any further.
Dude, wait a second.
And the way that
Egal,
one second.
Let me just say something.
Dude, am I fucking crazy? Can someone fucking answer me a goddamn question right now? Please, for the love of fuck. No, for the love of fucking God, can someone tell Egal the difference between a goddamn opinion and a thought and a feeling from a fact? Because those are over here and facts are over here. You said facts over feelings. Facts are Ange is goddamn more successful with his shoelaces than Thomas Frank has been in his 51 years of existence. Fact, not a feeling.
Okay,
but I think he wouldn't have done well in this. Shut the fuck up! I don't care about your feelings.
Regardless who replaces him, he needed to leave.
Guys,
he needed to leave.
Let me just say one thing. Egal, 1 second. You guys actually reached a common consensus, but you guys were both shouting at each other. 1 second, don't start shouting. Egal said it's better for both of their relationship if Ange left the football club. Jacob said yes, but get someone better than Thomas Frank. Egal,
thank you.
1 second. Egal, how can you disagree with that? He wants someone better than Thomas Frank.
I don't care about that. I'm just simply saying you can't be sitting here crying.
You're trying to sell me dog shit.
1 second.
That's what you're trying to do, and you're like,
do you have any? Wait, Jacob. Do you have anyone in mind that you would have wanted?
Yeah, anyone in mind?
Yeah,
Glasner is a real. If we're a big club like we're supposed to be, you can go to Crystal Palace and take their fucking manager, and that is a guy you can put a CV next to Ange's and say, well, here's maybe this is where that's bad, and then that's a conversation that I would actually have and entertain. Not this goddamn dude who fucking got promotion through playoffs on his second try, loser. On Ange's second try, he wins a fucking trophy.
Let's keep it real. He has no issue with Thomas Frank. His issue with Thomas Frank is because Ange got sacked. You are basically
no.
Your main
you can sack Ange. Give me better though. If you're saying 17th isn't good enough with the Europa Cup, give me better than that. Thomas Frank is not.
What makes him a better manager for you guys right now is because of what he was capable of doing with less at Brentford. What he was capable of doing at Brentford, having them playing the way that they're playing, so direct, so attacking.
Oh, love it.
Going up against
Danish Pochettino.
Blitzing them. You are going to see
I'm like a seal at SeaWorld clapping for Thomas Frank because you did so good at just hanging in there, bud. You're the cat on the poster. It's Monday, just hang in there.
Like you didn't have Jose Mourinho and Conte and all these guys.
And we failed them. Yes. So I'm not surprised to see us failed manager after manager. What's your point?
Because you have a manager who's won trophies before at other clubs doesn't mean it's going to translate into success at your club. Guess what? You need to understand where you are as a football club. You just won a trophy. Ange left. What are you going to do to bring in to
He didn't leave, he was sacked. We killed Old Yeller. Are you going to go and
get somebody from another league
we shot Mickey Mouse.
Are you going to get somebody from another league that's going to take time to acclimatize? You're going to get somebody who's already proven year in, year out with a lesser budget, with a lesser team that he can get you guys fired.
Has Glasner not proved that with Crystal Palace and also won them a trophy for the first time in their history and also won a Europa title? So again, comparable CV. You're showing me a CV of some Danish 50-plus-year-old.
Did you speak to Glasner?
No, we got denied by De Zerbi and then went to Pantene Pro V Merchant.
Okay, so then why are we talking about someone your club didn't even speak about?
Because you're talking out your ass about your feelings, so I'm saying my feelings would be to not go for a goddamn loser.
1 second, I'm giving my opinion. It's not my feeling. I can't give a shit about Spurs.
You said, I think this is a good thing. I think, and then you provided no factual evidence why it's a good thing.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to reiterate my whole point. I'm just of the.
Bro, I don't need you to repeat your whole point. I said save it for the damn journal.
You do not care about anything that happens. Whoever the next manager was going to be after Ange, let's be honest, you were going to have the same level of victory.
So now you're telling me how I feel? You know exactly how I feel? You know me that well? We don't even talk outside of the group chat. What are you talking about? You know me like you know how I would have feel if we did a hypothetical situation in which you presented? That is just a farce.
No, because you've been on Team
You don't know me like that.
You've been on Team Ange going up against your whole fan base for the whole season.
Yeah, all of them.
I can clearly see you picked your side and you're still staying on it. That's what
I agree.
It's not that. I'm not you. See, here's the thing. People are not you. They're not just like, ooh, I love Arteta or it's Arteta.
Hey,
no, it's not that simple. It's not black and white. You know what it is? Because I've said this verbatim. People don't want to fucking use their ears when I talk because I'm emotional. Sorry. You tell me to fuck without love, I ain't gonna do it. You tell me to blink without blinking, I ain't gonna do it. Football is an emotional sport. When you love something, your emotions are tied into it, and that's bottom line. So to try and remove my dick from sex, bro, impossible. So again, Ange, I'm fine. You want to sack Ange because of 17th in the league and all this bullshit they put in their fucking press release? Fine. Fine. Get me better. Don't take 11 years step backwards and go get you a Pochettino equivalent. Oh, well, he did it with Southampton. And he's so okay with Brentford. Fuck off. That is regression. That is going back to where we fucking were, which was nothing, no wins, no trophies, wore a fucking trophy. Top 4, we finished above Arsenal, wore a trophy. That's all I heard for 15 years. The fuck are we doing? Thomas Frank is a symbol of who we have been. And that is what I do not want to be. But these fucking dudes at the Hotel 8 with their season pass, they just love that fucking chair. It feels so good to wear that crusty shoe, sit in that crusty chair, and watch the action from afar and not be a part of the fucking. Sorry, that ain't me.
Aye, fair play, man. Fair play. Everyone, make sure you're subbed to him, man. Fucking hell, that is sensational. I didn't understand you 20 minutes ago, but Fez, there is actually a lot there you could be going for.
Yeah, now you have to understand him. This is going straight as a clip, by the way. Egal versus Jacob, heated debate. You get me?